the version 2 of the Mackpertition rough pack. I've called this one the Brown Bear. Brown, I made it in bushcraft brown. The only thing I haven't made is the 2 side pouches. Coyote. I do like the contrast, very cork-alike. I would estimate this is about 100 litre Bergen, then you've got the side pouches, and I'm making a Bergen with bushcrafting wine rather than the old military stuff. And again, I've just designed this from scratch, just to be exactly how I like it. Now, it's very, very comfortable. It's got the air mesh on the back, wide shoulder straps, ladies and gents. Take a little bit of making, but once they do it, and as I always like to have the fast pick clips rather than just your ladder locks there. And again, tensioning straps there, got a nice grab handle, and the zips can come on and off, and the side zips can come on and off, so there's nothing innovative there. But what I will do is now turn it round so we can see it, and it is actually on the lid, but the lid's pulled down. I've just not filled the Bergen up enough. Is I've got a top pouch. Now every Bergen has a top pouch, and you have your necessaries in there, don't you? Or your possible things you're going to need the most. So what I thought was, well, make it detachable. So on this I can take it, it will become a chest rig if I wanted to, or a shoulder bag. Come and hold it down. Chest rig or shoulder bag, ladies and gents. So once you've normally got a lid on the pouch of your Bergen, it's there and it's not going to serve no more useful purpose. So this one, as we see, I've just put a little retaining strap on it. Comes off wire Velcro. The shoulder strap or the chest harness is kept in the side there. I'll show you that later on. I put hooks on it either side so I can have it as a shoulder bag. I prefer that rather than a chest bag, because then I can just use it and then sling it round onto my back. And again, it's got 2 pouches here. This is a soft Velcro so it don't dig in you, and there's a retaining strap at the back. That one there can take a Mora knife down the side, ladies and gents. And this used to be a military Coyote grab bag, had ammunition pouches on the front, took them off, and I put a simple pouch at the front there. Now I'll show you this as a separate video to what's inside of it, but literally imagine that you just got up to camp, you've got all your lights and all your bits and your bobs in there, your battery chargers and all that sort of stuff. You just pull it off and take it and stick it inside your shelter. It can come on and off, it's easy as that. And all I've done, so obviously I won't want to lose it, and it's fairly solid on there with the Velcro. Just put a simple retaining strap that comes up and goes like that. So it's always there on my Bergen until I want it. So that's the top pouch, ladies and gents, and I just think that's a way to go. I'll show you what I keep inside of there, because there's a few ideas I've not seen done anywhere else on the inside of that. Right, ladies and gents, we will go to this. Some of you have seen this before, little morale pouch there, but literally this is, most pouches have a rear pouch, but my one I just wanted a little bit different. So undo these 2 little tabs. I've not seen this done before on anybody's Bergen, so if anybody copies it, it's my idea. And again, quite simply pull that off, and again inside there is the shoulder strap for it, ladies and gents. So if you want to go for a mooch about, and this I'll keep all my tea, my food, and you know, everything I want to get to very, very quickly, even if you're on a short stop, ladies and gents. And I'll show you the inside of that. Nothing too spectacular. Again, we'll have all your stuff in the sides, like my paracords and my little fuel bottle like that on the outside. And the only thing that's different to that, it's got 2 little straps, so the Velcro will keep it on there. And to stop it going anywhere, that's the 2 straps for the Bergen. There we go, and they just do up on the lid. That is going absolutely nowhere until you want it to, ladies and gents. And just nice having that rear pouch with all your teas, your coffee and your food in. So if you're in camp and you want to go for a bit of a mooch about, do that, pull it off, attach your shoulder strap, and away you go, ladies and gents. Now, I'll show you one of these zip off pouches. I already had the pouches, no need to make them in bushcraft brown. I actually like the variation in the colour, please. Right, come on, buddy, that way. And here we see a long, deep pouch, and there's my silky saw in there. and that type of stuff, and you can slip an axe down there and that as well. So there's a pouch behind the pouch. Now these are beautiful pouches, ladies and gents, because they can molly on to anywhere. And also what I've done there, sewed it all the way on. Cool. As we can see there's a shoulder strap already attached to it and permanently attached. Don't put it out of the way. And obviously, like normal, them two can zip together. So I could have that on my back, and that on the side. Is the capability. Bergen is very modular, so I can adapt it to whatever I'm doing on a particular day. But that's very nice. If I'm going hill walking, I can take the two pouches and have that as a small day sack, ladies and gents. And I'm really liking these pouches. They are Sentinel 10 litre, so I've got a 20 litre backpack there should I need it. Right, ladies and gents, and the Bergen on the inside. This would be, I could pack anything I needed to do. I've had to put stuff in here just to sort of pad it out a bit. It's got pouches on the inside for things like my grills and my cutting boards and that type of stuff, so I always have a pouch on the inside. It's got a simple ladder lock closing system, and that, believe it or not, used to be round the top of a military bivvy bag that I sacrificed. And again, inside there, the whole thing is just, everything I've got in there is in a carry more dry bag, because most people have the snow lock on the top, but it doesn't really protect your kit. So I went, right, well, just put it all in a bag and drop the bag in the Bergen. That way it will go down there. Got a little toggle on there, and I put a little fire steel on there, ladies and gents. And that's the Bergen, ladies and gents. That's the Bergen with nothing on it. And indeed, if I wanted to take it out, I'm not going too far. Well, actually, you don't need to have all the pouches on it should you not want to. They all come on and off as you want them. And the only other pouch that I've been working on is this one, ladies and gents. And I'll show you this a bit close up later on when I've had a brew. This is my universal shelter pouch, and it covers and solves a problem that we all have. And I'm pretty chuffed and a bit stoked about that. Again, I'll show you that later on in close up, just with that pouch. So it's roughly done. There's a few little bits I've got to titter about with it, but yeah, there's my Bergen as I have wanted it, and I'm quite happy with that. And where I've had the pouches and modified, like the beige ones, everything in brown and green has been made by me, and at the moment I'm just happy with that design. Very modular, so I can just set it up and I can set it up and use it as like a day sack if needed with no pouches, or if I'm going out for a week, obviously I've got the capability in the one pack to do it. And I'll say, with the wide straps, it's what the ladies like, they want it wider, not necessarily longer or thinner. It is very, very comfortable. Everybody's had this pack on, and the one I built previously said how comfortable it is. But again, my days of running up and down the Bergen and Penny Fan and doing Sigma 1 or Sigma 2 are long gone. Right, ladies and gents, I'll bring you up close because I know some of you are interested. And again, never really, well, I've got the capability to use the sewing machine, and there's not many people that have built their own Bergens. A lot of people modded them, and that's really, really good. But however, making one. Now, Ray Mears has caught sight of this, and he said, Eddie, and I said, Ray, I said, no, you can't get one, sod off. So anyway, ladies and gents, let your eyes be your guide. Cost, materials, I think you're probably looking at about 30 quid for materials, but it's the hours sat behind the machine, and you can't just come home and do it. You've got to be infused or really want to go there. You can't really start building or designing anything. You can't really do it if you're just not in the right mindset for it. So ladies and gents, let your eyes be your guide, the brown bear. And here we see, ladies and gents, like I say, it's modular. There's the Bergen. I've taken one of the side pouches off. There's the back pouch, that's the top pouch, and that is my shelter pouch. So it's very modular. If you don't want all the bits and bobs on it, you're just going out for the day, you probably just take the brown bit. But you can add to or take away as you like. And as I said on the top there, simple drawstring cord to put it in, and everything goes straight into one of these Carrymore SF dry bags that me and Al did a bit of a dibble on. So everything's in there, nicely packed in there, a place for everything in this place, and that kind of works for me, rather than having a snow lock on top and then you think it's going to keep your kit dry. Well, it's not. So it's just all in a separate dry bag, and like I say, there's pouches, and there's a pouch on the back and so forth. If you're making something, you make it to just how you want it, ladies and gents. Yep, the brown bear. Anyway, I've got to shut up now because I've got to get a beer on. And gents, a little thing ticking over in my mind, and it's to go with my new Bergen, the brown bear, but it will go with any Bergen on the planet, whichever one I want to use. This is not unlike a military issue poncho roll, and that's where the idea, the embryo come from. But anybody that knows what I mean by poncho roll, this was the pouch you wish you were issued, ladies and gents. So I'll just take you through it there, no real scripting. It can go on the outside of your Bergen, and see down here the two lid straps that will complete and pull tight into your Bergen. It can go underneath your Bergen, or most Bergens on the top. They've got a straps, and alongside of this, and these will always be kept in the bottom of the pouch. Now you put them through the little loops and then you tie it down. Also, they will help compress anything that's in there, and obviously you take it off, and that's just there, stay on your lid, and that's there. So what I wanted was somewhere, it's vital that you bring your shelter kit in, and if it's in a wet environment, you want it dry until at least you get it set up and get under it. But there's also times when, many times, when us as bushcrafters, well, you know, it's damp or wet in the morning and you still got to get it home. And what I really hate to see is people just shoving it under the lid of the Bergen, where it's probably going to fall out, and it just looks like so army catering corps. It's unreal. So anyway, here's Tightwad's idea on this, ladies and gents. This is the army mesh, full military specs, not cheap material to buy. At the bottom I've done a Cadoran Island bottom to it, and it is a nice little circle, as we can see. There's no kinks in that, that's proper on point there. Little grab handle because I was making it, and it's got attachment points there and attachment points all along the bottom. I've done it here, click lock buckle, and it unfolds, so it's as long as you need it to be, ladies and gents, like that. And inside, so that is the outside, that is the pouch that will give it all the protection. There's another reason why I wanted to use a mesh, and I'll come on to that later on. But for the moment here, Mark, he sent me down a couple of bivvy bags that were ripped at the top, and I've repurposed, this is like your Gore-Tex waterproof liner for that. Okay, ladies and gents, again, another circle, exactly the same size as that. And I've done it, try to keep it simple, because simple things often work. Again, that's just tied around there. There's a little knot. And whatever tent, tarp or shelter system you're using is designed just to drop into this bag. Okay, this is the Gore-Tex bag, as you can see, it is Gore-Tex line there. Simple draw cord, tighten a knot, fold it over inside the bag, water's not getting in there. And I'm not going to pull this out because this is not what I'm talking about, but inside here I've got my thermal silver mat that goes on the floor, and obviously there's a complete tent inside of there. So that's the tent, ladies and gents. I've got a little bag that will go inside there, inside the net, that will take any poles that it's got. This one doesn't have poles. But so, ladies and gents, that's for getting it in and out and keeping it dry. Hopefully I'm still in shot now. Again, fold that over and just do that. And when it's inside the net bag, you just push it over and pull it down. No water's going to get inside of there. I'm not saying you could hold this underwater for like 2 hours and there's no water to get through, but this is just to protect from rain and harsh weather. So there is a Gore-Tex liner to it. Now, ladies and gents, that will get you in dry, and also any kit that you want to keep dry, when this is empty, this would be, you can put kit inside this like your warm kit of a night time. It can become your pillow. It's got many uses. While not fully waterproof, this can be a water carrier as well, getting it from A to B. Again, some of the water will eventually come through the seams but in between, so it's a water carrier. It's a place where you can keep stuff dry inside of there when it's empty, because your shelter's up. So it performs many uses. And again, I've doubled that over. That's a French seam down there. I don't at this point envisage me going and getting Gore-Tex seals for this, because you've got an open end there. But ladies and gents, there are, and it's just designed so whatever shelter system you're using, you put in the waterproof bag. Okay, so that's there. Now, when you get up in the morning and all your kit's wet, it's horrible, isn't it? And we've all done it. So my idea, because that's just Gore-Tex, I thought if I put that in there, that'll give that a lot of protection, not adding to the weight. Neither of these two are very heavy at all, so I'm conscious of weight, but I'm not too worried about it being an old soldier. Because whatever weight you carry, if you can always guarantee your kit's going to be dry, then that's the weight that you're going to carry. So that's that, ladies and gents. So inside of this, you've got all your tent, your poncho, whatever you're using, and you don't put it in the Gore-Tex bag because it's soaking wet. You roll it up and you stick it in there, the net bag, and obviously it is in the bag now, but you just stuff it all in there. That'd be your DD tarp or your whatever shelter system you're using. So it just goes in there raw, and not too long to. And again, if it's longer than I've got there, you just wouldn't fold it down as much. And then literally that can go on the top of your Bergen, or most probably underneath your Bergen. Now it's very rare that you ain't got two retaining straps on the rear of Bergen. Mine has, I know, because I built it. And you'll just use them to attach it to the bottom of your Bergen. So at no time is your shelter kit, which is soaking wet, going to get your other kit inside your Bergen wet in any way. And the moment you get home, just pull it all out and dry it off, ladies and gents. But this is, as I think, that's a Mack type wood shelter kit, 2-for-1 special offer. Gore-Tex liner, keep it dry when needed. When your shelter kit's not in there, you can use that Gore-Tex liner to, you know, keep other stuff dry. And as I say, it will carry water. I know it did because I tried it at home. And when you come to pack up in the morning, you've got a lovely, just stuff all your kit straight in there, bottom of your Bergen or the top, thus keeping all your kit inside your Bergen dry. But in between, 2-for-1 special offers, because this is a lovely bit of tough material to carry any shelter that you've got. So, and this will be obviously for me brown bear Bergen, but it will also work on any Bergen on the planet. Because they've all got loops to attach things like around the side. If you imagine down the side of it, they've got horizontal straps that will just come through there, so it'll attach to the side of the Bergen. If I built another one, I'd probably put 2 zips down it so I could zip it on. But again, every Bergen I know has got horizontal straps on it, and you just push the strap through there, so it's not going nowhere, and it's on the side of a Bergen. So I think keep it simple, keep it stupid, ladies and gents, and it most probably will work. But there's my idea on a shelter carrying system. I made it myself, not too difficult to make. And yeah, and you know, ladies and gents, I just think that, but I think it cures a problem in that. It's always a pain to pack away your wet kit. I think I've just got that about the right side, because there's a full-blown tent in there, and I just think that's the job done. Like I say, tough military grade material, all the buckles. If you're going to do something, you're doing it for yourself. Don't skimp on the old Chinese AliExpress buckles. Right there, ladies and gents. Anyway, and all the old soldiers will be nodding now, because this is a poncho roll you wish you was issued. Right, ladies and gents, here's me rear patch to me brown bear Bergen, obviously which got brand material, and I always like a patch on the back and 2 side patches, traditional. Or I think the military guys amongst you will get on with that and know why. Always go back to what you like. But I decided to put a bit of a taint on it, and this is completely handmade. I don't find it too difficult to do, I've done a few. But here we see some strapping at the bottom, so I can put a poncho on there, or a tarp on there, or anything else I wanted on there. No reason why not to do it. I've gone for the brown and the beige, because I like it. Obviously, as you've seen here now, these are 2 open. I'm not seeing anybody do this, because I like to attach this to the back of my Bergen. But the thing is with this, it can come off the back of my Bergen. Okay, ladies and gents, and the way it's done there, somebody will nick this side here. That's the furry side, and on the other side, corresponding on the back of my Bergen, is the male and female. It goes on, so it's held there, and then the 2 straps from it come down and go through there, and it ain't going nowhere. But as soon as you get where you're going to, you can just pull this off, and on the inside of this I have all me, whatever I'm going to eat during the day, a water bottle, you know, my mess burners, me gloves and, you know, first aid bits and bobs and that, you know, all your necessaries, ladies and gents. And if you want to go for a bit of a mooch about when you've got a base camp, don't want to take the Bergen, no dramas, as we see in here. Again, this one's green, but it more than more adequate on this, obviously, just for the want of building it out, bringing it out and filming it. Just put a shoulder strap, which is always kept at the bottom of that, and there we go, ladies and gents. My back pouch now comes off and becomes a shoulder bag, or man bag as my wife calls it. And why not, hey, why not if you're doing it. Again, in here at the bottom we'll see there is a first field dressing, army style, and I'm not pulling it all out. There is a tourniquet. Don't have tourniquets if you don't know the rules about using them and how you would go about applying them. And even here, ladies and gents, it's got a little rainproof cap that comes over, closes it all in. I'll never lose nothing out of there, and quite simply Velcro closing it. The other side pocket exactly the same. This one's got obviously me mesh in it. I like to keep it on the outside for possible leaks, and yeah, a big old wedge of paracord in there. I've not particularly packed this for any great reason, because it's no reason to, because it's subjective. What you put in your haversack or your rear pouch is up to you. So when you're looking at this, you're thinking that's what I'd normally carry in there, and that's what I would carry in there. What I carry is probably not here nor there. So it opens up, ladies and gents, and as we see here, rather than having two fanny flaps come over, I've come up with this idea. You grab hold of that, you turn it down, it covers, your flap goes over, and that's it. And there's no way that water, once you push, just stuck it underneath, no way that water will get down the sides of it, or your kit will come out, more importantly. Obviously I've got my gloves in here, you know, my fire kits, that's me hammock. I won't drag it all out, ladies and gents, but whatever you put in there is going to be up to you, isn't it? Again, ancillary lighting, fire kit, and some food in there. But on the back, it's got a pocket within the pocket, and on the front there, it's got a mesh pocket as well. So if you're designing something, that's how you make it to how you want it and how you like it. And this carries all my brew kit and my burner. Most of my brew kit's over there, actually making a brew for me at the moment. And my heat-proof gloves wouldn't go anywhere without them. Two things you're going to do in the field: you're either going to cut yourself or you're going to burn yourself as a bushcrafter. So anything you can do to negate that, please do it. And obviously, if I needed to, I can put something in that flap as well. So it's a haversack. It's not the brain of Britain. I've not invented the world, but what I have done is the ability to carry this on the back of my rucksack, pull it off when I need it, leave it on there when I don't. But just imagine it's got all my kit in, just take it off the Bergen, and that goes inside my shelter. Job done on that, ladies and gents, and I think that's quite simple, but you know, I've not seen anybody do that. I can attach it to my Bergen, makes it easier for carrying in and out, and when I want to, use it on its own as just a bushcraft satchel. So again, all part of me brown bear Bergen, and as you've seen, some of you watching films have seen me do that one with the very light coloured beige one. But lovely bit of kit. You know, I could say all your hidden woodsman and all that kit, but Mac Tightwood. Raymere's? No, you can't get one, sir. No. Right, ladies and gents, that's another explanation, a bit more detailed look at the one of the modular systems of my brown bear. As you've already seen before or after, not sure what I'm going to put it in. I've got a shelter pouch which I've kind of designed and made myself as well. Right, ladies and gents, this is a pouch I already had. Used to have this NTP Coyote Brown grab bag. Used to have 3 ammunition pouches, and I've taken them off the front. Don't need to make a pouch if I want it, and like I say, the brown and the Coyote, I love the variation. So, ladies and gents, everybody has a top pouch to your Bergen, and it's a one-trick wonder. It's a top pouch, and I decided my top pouch, I wanted it to have a purpose, and 2-for-1 special offer, 2 things it will do. So on this, it's got 2 loops in it, so I can run a belt that will go around my waist if I've got it in the chest mode. Yeah. So I'll show you in here. I've got all the straps for it. This can be a chest pouch. Yeah. And you just add it up, they go over your shoulders, and the strap comes around. I don't intend setting it up like that, ladies and gents, because I feel it's insulting your intelligence. You'll know what a chest pouch looks like. Okay. On the back there, I resewed on one of the little grenade thingy-bobs, and in here is all the buckles, and there's the wider straps. Right, just quickly show you. See, these will go in, no buckles needed, and that's how it becomes a chest bag. Okay, once I've got it the other way around, they're the bits that go over my shoulder, and there's my adjustment, and the waist strap will go. So mine's velcroed on, ladies and gents, which means if I don't want this pouch on, I can just put a different pouch on there. But there's all the straps for it, velcroed on again. This is the fluffy one, the hook loop is on the other side. Two D-rings here, everything is military grade on it, D-rings, and all the hardware. As you can see, because I'm building it, one life I always love is a moorer, and here we see I've just taken it and just attached a moorer to it. And again, when you have it on the back of your Bergen, the back of my head would be here, so if anything as I'm going along was to fall out of this pouch, not that it will because it's velcroed all the way around, it will fall of me, hit me, or drop in the ground in front of me and I'll see it. If you've got it and that's the back of your Bergen, it won't happen that way. Confusing the issue, ladies and gents. So literally that's the outside of it, and as we can see, two D-rings on the sides, and again that strapping system set up so I can have it as a chest pouch, that will just go on my chest there, and that's the front part, or a shoulder bag where I can have it in front of me and then just shove it behind my back when I don't need it anymore. And this I would carry in here, and I will be carrying in here all my necessary, and by that I'm talking about your power banks, your lights for the night time, literally. And again, you need to go back and think, well, what do I put in my top pouch? I would put in here, and this gives me a little bit increased capacity. Now if your Bergen's at your feet, you don't want to scramble down and get everything out every time, so I can rip this off, ladies and gents, and literally if I'm sleeping here, that can go there, ladies and gents. Yeah, it's got a pouch on the front where I put diggers and so forth, all the way round. It's got a really wide velcro edge on it, and inside obviously that's a Mackpertition pouch, but it has got a bit of velcro on it, and that's got a very emergency basic first aid kit in there. I'm not going to bore you to death with that. Again, well, I do me washing and shaving kit, another fire kit, and I've just put stuff in here just to fill it up for the day, ladies and gents. These are all little fire kits that I make up as I'm sitting there watching your YouTube films. There's my lantern and so forth. I put the stuff out of the way because this certainly isn't what I pack in my pack, because it's subjective. And there's another fire kit. Yeah, I make loads of them all the time. But what I'm going to do is just stop and make sure you can actually see into this pouch now, because I've had a few ideas. Right, ladies and gents, just bringing it back now so you can clearly see inside. Now, on the inside, I undone one side and I sewed 50mm Velcro in there. I'm not worried about the colours not matching, it's not even an issue for me. But inside here, I put pouches that have press stud closes, and that's a little shout out to Ginger Bruce because he showed me how to get the decent ones or where to get them. And in there, I've got like my knife, fire steel, my little torches, my spoon. Oh, excuse me, that was me blowing off. And you know, all the little things that I want to hand and I use most often. And again, they go in there and they can be done up by the press studs. But again, ladies and gents, because I can, all I've done is pulled that off, so I can now carry that around in my pocket or take it to where I'm working and then use it, ladies and gents. And as we see, corresponding the male and the female Velcro. And when I want it, don't want it no more, it goes in there, job done. What a lovely little idea, yeah? And here we see on this side, we can see a much bigger one. I don't think I've got too much in this at the moment. Oh yeah, well, I've got another, this is me dog's danglies fire steel. I've got a spoon in there, I've got a Swiss Army knife, and in the other bits, literally, I finished this off last night. But again, if I want to, that can come out. And just because I can, I've got a little chopping board in there as well. That also firms up the side, the back of the Bergen. But again, ladies and gents, two little press studs, like I say. Old Ginger Bruce told to give me a place to get them. And you see the Velcro there? I hope it's all still in shot. Glues on there. But anytime I want to use that and anything is inside it, and I've not filled it up exactly how I want it, I can do it. It gives me the option of just pulling it out, using it, put it back. And on this side, as we see, there's a piece of Velcro there, and there's a mesh pocket. I've pulled it right out. There is a mesh pocket in here that goes on. There's a piece of Velcro down the side, and all my little nooks and crannies, nicks and bobs, all the loose stuff I'll just stick in there, and it comes out of a medical Bergen, and it's just got a little draw cord. So that will go in there, and that will actually hold a 1 litre bottle if I wanted to put it in there and I wanted to carry it about. And to attach it, cords out the way, press it to the Velcro, and that sucker is not going anywhere, ladies and gents. So you've got quite a massive space in there, bigger than any other top pocket I've seen. It can become a chest pack, it can be a shoulder strap, and it can be, just take it all off. If you've got your lights and your power packs and all that stuff in your top of your Bergen pocket, imagine being able to pull it off and put it right where your head is, where you're sleeping. And again, a little bit of material left over. Oh yeah, set of diggers, and there was a tin opener down the bottom. So I'm not showing you what I keep in my pouches, because I think that's a bit gaylord, because everybody keeps different stuff in. What a gentleman keeps in his pouches up to himself. But as I'm just saying there, ladies and gents, I've got plenty of room in here to put all my knick-knacks, all the things that I will want to get to and I want to use and I want them to hand. So there's no going, I've not even opened my Bergen yet. I've got everything I need to hand. There's still plenty of room in there. Lovely bit of Velcro going all the way round. No water's getting in there and nothing is coming out of that sucker. And I've got the ability, on the top, imagine that's on the top of my Bergen now, I can just go out and I've got a knife. Obviously I wouldn't carry that from A to B, because the old the feds would certainly not be too happy with that, and they're scared of natives. But it's quite nice having a sharp knife, really to hand. And like I say, there's going to be a military first field dressing in there as well. So ladies and gents, that's my top pouch, which multi-function. It can be a small man bag, and if I touch it, the yoke to there, that's where the waist strap goes through. And it is indeed one of these newfangled chest rigs that everybody is paying huge amounts of money for. I think I paid about £8 for that about 3 years ago, but I've modified it. So ladies and gents, there is the top pouch to the Brown Bear Bergen. Hope you like it. Again, it's not like rocket science, is it? But I've never seen anything like that, or have the ability to do that. It just gives me lots of options on my pack and the pouches that I attach to it. So like I say, if I'm going out there for a few days, I'm going to put the side pouches on. If I'm not, then I don't need them. You know, and I've always got that shelter pouch. So for me, this gives me plenty of options on the one Bergen. You add to it and you take it away. You don't buy 3 or 4 Bergens. And like I say, never made that. Easy enough to make, but I had one already. Matches the Coyote side pouches. And even my missus says, no, the variation in pouches looks quite nice, and it's quite hard. You know, 32 years I've been married, it's quite hard to impress my missus. So there, ladies and gents, don't really want to waffle anymore, but yeah, there is your Mackpertition Brown Bear bushcraft pack, and I made it myself. I'm quite happy with it, but I will be making another one. This one will be a very small day pack, but I'm going to have a little rest from sewing up now, because like I say, you can't just do it to order, you've got to be infused. And when I started this one, I was just going to put a normal zip top pouch on it, and then I come up with that idea to put a removable pouch on it, and the pouch will turn into a chest rig, and I quite like that. I just did that thing where you flick your fingers. Right, ladies and gents, I'm waffling on, I'm wasting your life and mine. There is the Brown Bear Bergen, hope you like it, and no, Raymears, no, you can't have copyright on it, sod off mate, unless you want to let me run round your store with a big trolley, filling it up. With all your Swazi kit and your Kirtley kettles. Oh yes sir, oh yes sir. And your Woodlaws. I don't need a Woodlaw, because I've got a better one than a Woodlaw. I've got a Jacklaw. I piss all over the Woodlaw. Anyway, ladies and gents, that's me Bergen. I've just made it to how I want it. Job done. Thanks a lot. Right, ladies and gents, I have the ability to zip on and off pocket pouches. Nothing too fantastic about that, but again, if you're out for a few days and you want more kit, especially with the winter coming up, your waterproofs and that type of stuff, anything you want really to hand, zip on side pouch. Now I didn't make these, I bought these, got them for a grand little price. What's this for? Sentinel side pouches. Now you can attach them molly wise, and I love that, but I unstitch them inside, I unstitch them and put a zip on each one. Also, while it was unstitched, I put my own shoulder harness on it, yeah. And obviously, ladies and gents, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. We've all seen the side pouches before. These are better because they're mine. I like to have this strap permanently attached, and when it's pulled down like that, I feed that through and it just stays out of the way, ladies and gents. It's not going to be hanging down or anything like that. I'll just take that through. So when it's on the side of the Bergen, you don't even notice it's there. Obviously, they're 10 litres each, and I can zip two together. The other one's got a shoulder strap on it, permanently attached, and away I go. So if I was going on a bit of a mooch, I could take my satchel, my brown satchel, and put that as a day sack. Job done. It's all about modularity. I can use this on its own with the Bergen, or any other way I wanted it, ladies and gents. It is nice brown coyote material. I think it accentuates, now there's a big word for me, the bushcraft brown. Molly on the front there, and there's nothing too fantastic about this pouch apart from it's really good and solid material. Hence I went, well, you don't need to make a side pouch if you've already got ones that are really top quality. But yeah, I've got two of them, ladies and gents, and all I did was put the zips on them because they're designed to go on Molly. And there you go, there's a shoulder harness already built in on one, and once I fold that round a few times, it's on the side of the Bergen. It doesn't cause any problems whatsoever, so I can either have them on or off depending on how much I want to carry. Again, very modular, and I do like the coyote and the brown. It's very Gorka. Anyway, ladies and gents, so there's two of them, each got a side pouch, sorry, a shoulder strap. They're grab and go. Modular, love it. Well, ladies and gents, just with some offcuts of the brown material, what I've made myself, and you know, I've made some for Detachable, is some pocket tidies. I think they're now going to be the in thing. I've suggested to David Frazi, sort of knocked up a couple of designs, and if people are going to spend, you know, over £100 on his pouches and that, maybe bosh one of these in. I'm not saying that's going to happen, it's just a tightwad suggestion. Again, keeping it simple. It's a simple pouch, and rather than do all the Velcro and all that, just done some press studs on there. Now again, most of my fire steels, my little open all knife and my tube and that type of stuff is already in here, ladies and gents, but these are meant to go into your top pockets just to keep everything tidy. So that would be everything to do with fire lighting, by the torch in there, you know, some plasters in there, because again, you need to think, what do I put in the top pockets of my jacket, what's very important to me. And at the moment, the idea in that is, you just go in, pull it all out, take it to where you are, open it out, pull out your little, you know, your small knife, your open all, your, you know, whatever knife you're using, your little moirers or whatever, and your fire steel and stuff like that, ladies and gents. And you know, it's difficult to know for me to suggest what you put in there, because I don't like doing that, because what you like to carry around in your top pockets is different to me. But quite a simple little idea, pocket tidies. And when you're changing from one jacket to another, I did a quick change. I was going to come out in a smock today, but it was too hot. I could have just pulled these out of the smock pocket and dropped them into the top pockets of the jacket I'm wearing. That way I know I've got like all my necessaries, all my possibles in two pouches. Again, it being Cadoran Island, not 100% waterproof, but will certainly keep the rain off. And like I say, Ginger Bruce, bless him, has put me onto some very high grade, good quality press studs, and I just find they're a lot easier. Obviously, if I could just drop them straight into this bag if I wanted to, but it just means you've got all the kit at once, to hand. You always keep it in there, so you all know it's there. So if you need to grab and go, you do so, ladies and gents. But there we go, some pocket tidies. I think on the next one I might just put a belt loop there, so you can just put them on a belt, and it's simple enough to do. I just knocked these up, you know, the last knockings, but the next lot I've done, I just put a simple belt loop on there for a 25mm normal trouser belt, so you could actually put them on your belt, or indeed paracord through, and there'd be a little neck pouch. So there were version 1. Version 2, as I say, has got a belt loop, and you can carry it round your neck or on your belt. Pocket tidies, ladies and gents. Let your eyes be your guide, and I think these are going to be the next in thing. And they're my ones. See, the always thing is, ladies and gents, keep it simple, keep it stupid, and it generally, by and large, will work. Thank you very much.